Hey everybody, it's Kari Knutson, and I have the pleasure of talking today with my good friend Kanesha Baynard from Bold Living Today. Hello, Kanesha.
Good morning.
Someone is happy in California. Is it sunny there? Are you happy?
Oh, it's so sunny. It's a perfect day, low humidity, perfect for the pool and this type of hair. So I'm excited.
Good. I'm excited. I'm talking to you from Denver, and
Yay.
beautiful too. And we're here to talk about. I'm so excited to be interviewing you today about all things Kanesha, so that our audience can get to know you a little better and hear
Uh-oh.
things from you. So I'm going to ask you maybe some typical questions, but then stay tuned because there will be a true confession part. And I'm not kidding. You got to answer for real. Okay.
I'll do my best.
Okay. Try. So everybody, Kanesha, we're going to talk to Kanesha today. So I have a few questions for you, Kanesha. Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
So I know Kanesha from 1990 when we were at college at Cornell College. And Kanesha, I'd like for
In Iowa, people, Iowa.
Iowa, Mount Vernon even, okay? You better hit us and send us a message if you know anything about Mount Vernon, Iowa, because we will be friends after that. So Kanesha, could you tell everyone what you were like in college back in 1990?
Well, I am a simple Midwestern girl from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I showed up to the hilltop, Mount Vernon. Cornell College is on the hilltop in Mount Vernon. And I showed up there like ready to take over the world and really just empowered and eager to learn and also eager to tell people what they didn't know. I was right, Kari?
Including me.
And just very outspoken, very into everything, very, in the middle of Iowa, but very pro-Black in the middle of Iowa. Remember when I used to take fabric paint and paint everything brown on a t-shirt if I was wearing it? Do you remember that? Oh my gosh. So yeah, I was just very creative and open and excited about everything, but also very self-possessed and in the way that, you can be when you starting off at 18, kind of launching who you think you are at the time.
How do you think you've evolved since then? If you look back at your Cornell time, like to now, and you see yourself and evolving, what do you think has changed about you?
I thought I was open back then, but I'm definitely way more open to a lot of different things now, and I'm a little less crazy. I was kind of wild in college, and not wild when people are like, oh, like party crazy, like not like that, but just kind of like wild, like impulsive and just trying to do everything at once. And now I try to do everything on a list as opposed to everything at once. And I still think I'm pretty inquisitive and telling people things that they need to know, that I think they need to know. But, I'm just a really happier person and, more mature and stuff like that. So I have grown. I have evolved. I'm a productive adult. So yes.
Yeah. In another session, we'll talk about true confessions from college. But I think you have so many qualities from college, that great colleges that you brought with you now, like all those qualities you talked about, especially and you starting your own business. I think that whole creativity, independence, telling people what they need to know, but really saying the truth, getting to the heart of the matter. So tell us a little bit more about your business and how you started that.
So the name of my business is boldlivingtoday.com. Bold, bold, bold. And so that's under Kanesha Baynard Coaching LLC. And I had not thought I was going to ever be an entrepreneur or have my own coaching, educational consulting type business. I'm an educator by training. I did that at Cornell College and taught high school for a while, school administrator, faculty member, just really, really excited about my career in education. And my husband, for his job, we have moved a lot. So our last move, which was going to be to California from Colorado, I just kind of decided it was time to just break out on my own. I loved education. I love working with people, supporting them, doing some level of coaching, but I wanted to do that more on a full time. And when I say full time, like that be the majority of the work that I was doing. So yeah, it's been really a journey, evolution, and adventure to start my own business. It's gone in directions that I couldn't have anticipated. And I'm just really happy that I was myself in creating it. Like, I showed up as myself, didn't try to be somebody else in the blogosphere on the internet, like this is me. And Kari will tell you if I'm not being myself because she knows. And it's just so it's just been really fun to have that freedom, have that openness, and be able to support a variety of people that I probably wouldn't have had exposure or access to in a traditional educational setting.
Awesome. Well, tell us, I'm interested to know if, kind of your path of education, but what's something we don't know about you? If we just looked at your resume or we saw your past, what's something we might not know about you?
What don't you know about me? Well, I mean, I don't know if people know this. I love to dance. I was on a dance team in college. Remember that?
Yes.
And that spandex. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love to dance, and I haven't had a lot of formal training, but I think I'm a pretty good dancer. I like to do that, and I'm just trying to think what people don't know about me. I'm an only child, and when I meet people, they say they can't tell, but I don't understand what that means. So there's that. And I had a serious spinal surgery when I was in college.
I remember that.
Remember that? And I even I left for the summer, went to Jamaica, got spinal surgery, and then came back and finished senior year like a badass. So that was interesting. So yeah, that really taught me how to take better care of myself. And I don't know, my kids are 8 years apart and I have the same husband because people always ask, which I think is kind of rude, but whatever.
People don't know about me. My kids are 8 years apart, but I have the same husband. There it is. That's a good statement.
Did you get remarried? No, I like the same husband. I kept him. I don't know that question, but it happens a lot.
Well, now you know, everybody. 2 kids, same husband, 8 years apart, 2 fabulous kids. Awesome. Let me ask you another question here.
Yeah.
Know what you consider yourself an expert at. What do you think when you have so many skills and talents that you've utilized inside the educational setting, outside the educational setting, and I still feel like you are an educator now in Bold Living today, but what do you consider yourself an expert at?
I really think I'm an expert at helping people disrupt unfulfilling patterns through creativity. And that sounds like this big kind of cosmic thing, but honestly, there's a lot of people who come to me for different things, and they say, I want to, change my career. I want to launch this in my business. I want to, do a program or something like that. And really what it is they haven't tapped into this internal pool of creativity that's been sitting there waiting for them to use. So I kind of spend a lot of time kind of excavating what people are not utilizing, because I don't know, I'm just so fascinated by how people get to the space they're in and then how they can go further without trying to reinvent themselves or go on some type of mental or bodily diet. We have it all there. So I think I'm really, really, skilled and gifted in the area of knowing who somebody is, through 10 minutes only of conversation or getting further into it. And people are really kind of shocked at some of the things that I can find out about them through a conversation. And the other thing that I guess I should claim as a skill of mine, but I don't know about that, is I can meet people and they can give me their whole entire private lives just by saying hi to them. There's something about me when I'm out in public, I'll smile at somebody, say hi to somebody, and they'll start talking to me, and then I'll know everything. And I've asked not one question. So it's kind of freaky sometimes, but I try to realize that it's something about me that makes people feel comfortable right away. But then they also just say too much sometimes.
Right. Well, I think your energy is obvious. You have such good energy. You're so intriguing. You do ask good questions, and I think people feel comfortable with you. Do you feel that that's helped you in your business?
Well, it's definitely helped me in my business in the sense of, when you say you're a coach or a life coach, people don't even know what the heck that is. You see all these sitcoms or these movies and people have a guru or a life coach, and it's some person who sits on the floor with no pants and only burns incense and candles. There's all these comedic things about, kind of this industry that you and I are in. And I feel based on my background, I've gotten education, I've run major programs, I've been in charge of this and that. So I kind of have this proven track record. But in addition to that, I'm not afraid to, share my story, be real about it, and be honest and open. And I feel like people can appreciate that because I'm not always trying to sit on my expert perch. I really want to get into what you want to get into, and I really want to support you if we're working together, and I really want to be your cheerleader, and I really want to be your advocate for you. And it's not for my own glory or whatnot. You know, there is the exchange of service, but I am of service to you. So I think that's something that is really special about working with me, but also that people can instantly know they've come to the right person for support and for help.
Definitely. And I think knowing you too, you're so real and so relatable. And I think that helps with the relationship too. And people can really connect with what you have to say. And it seems like your success. How long have you been doing your business? Because you've been doing it. Wow.
Yeah, I started it in 2012, but then I stopped it because we relocated to California in the middle of that calendar year. So then it paused, like even not even a year, old, and then I restarted it. So I would say, probably like late 2013, I really got back into being growing my business and really working on it diligently because I was more settled out of the transition. And I do a lot of coaching on transitions because, like I said, I've moved a lot with my husband. So I feel like going through those types of transitions, it really helps me understand my clients when they're going through things, because I had to really deal with myself and what that meant and identity and, reinvention. So I can really talk purposefully about that in real time about it. So, and the other thing too, I would say, with you and I talking about transitions, I still remember being in your, kitchen, with your first baby, rocking her and telling you, hey girl, you can do something else. That was years ago, Kari, and we didn't even know what that was going to turn into, but I could see it, I could feel it. And I'm like, you got this fresh baby, beautiful baby. And I'm like, no, girl, were you going to do something different? And you're like, I don't know. And, it's just like the understanding of who you were and the faith in that you could do whatever you wanted to do.
Definitely. It's been so good to be. Kanesha and I have known each other since 19, like through so many college, after college, grad school, marriages, babies.
Being really sick at your wedding because I was pregnant. Remember that?
Oh, I do. So that will be more of true confessions of Kanesha and Kari. Right? Uh-huh. But so I have two more questions for you real quick. You're so good, I feel, at integrating your personal and professional life. And I just wonder if you could tell everyone, what does a best day look for you? What kind of best day scenario look like for you?
Best day. So my best day is when I wake up in the morning and my bonnet's still on this hair and I haven't slept it off. That's a good day because then my hairs won't be so crazy and tangled. So I have my bonnet on. I can get up early, have time to write in my journal. I'm a huge journaler, and I keep a couple of types of journals, about thoughts, like then more of a collage art journal, and then like travel journals. So some type of journaling in the morning, and then snuggling with my family. My oldest is away at college, so now it's just snuggling with the youngest and my husband. And then going to exercise, whether it's a walk, going to dance class or something like that. I'm trying to get into yoga, but we're having a tough relationship right now about working on that. And then being able to work for about 4 hours, like solid work, and whether that's planning something or working with a client or maybe doing some type of video conferencing and work there. And then, see friends in the afternoon and then family time in the evening. So I basically being around people when it comes down to it, seeing them, being around them, enjoying them, helping them.
Yes, you're very
and eating.
And eating, when is that coming
and
in?
Eating.
Hello, and some wine. Because I think you do such a good job of practicing what you preach. Like you preach a lot of integration work and expression, and it seems like too in your daily life you really practice what you preach in terms of what you're trying to do with bold living today. So I like to your day is like.
Yeah, thank you. I really try to do that because if I'm telling people they can do it, I have to be able to do it and talk about it. Like real talk, real time. I don't want any fluff and anything that's just going to say people, you can do it. And then they're trying to reach for something that's just not tangible. That's not cool.
Not cool. File that under not cool. Okay.
Not cool.
All right. Well, here's my last question for you. And this is a part called True Confessions. Okay. I'd like to know, what do you think about when you're alone in your car?
In my minivan.
Yeah, they get to own that you have a minivan.
Oh, that minivan. That's my second office, people. That's my mobile office. So I have a group of friends, and we've been talking about this for years. We would love to buy or rent whichever studio, like apartment or condo. And it's like a timeshare. So when you, as a woman, as a mom, as an employee, as a philanthropist, activist, whatever you're doing in your life, need a break from the world, you get the keys and you get to go stay at that studio for as long as you want. And it, there's a person that can do a pedicure, manicure, massage, a blowout, whatever. Like there's services like in this complex or whatever, and that we all buy this together and then people can use it as a safe haven. I think sometimes I'm in the minivan because that's my safe haven. Sometimes I'm like, oh, we need to get that studio apartment. That would be lovely. I need it today.
Yeah. So like co-working apart, but not working. It'd be like
No working.
It'd be like
you can read your book club book that you never really read all the magazines, watch all the trash TV, craft, whatever. Sleep.
All right, everyone. You heard it here. Maybe that's gonna be reality. We can all sign up and go. You get the keys to the condo. Love it.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Kanesha, for sharing your deep thoughts and your path with us. Kanesha and I are doing this series. We'd like you to know more about what we're doing through our collaborative efforts. And you can find more information about us on the website and programs that we're offering. And we wanted to make sure you get to know who we are so that as we talk about more about what we're doing in the education community, you can be like, well, who's leading this thing? And why should we come to these events? So
who are those people?
Who are these people from Cornell College back in the day? But thanks so much, Kanesha, for having the interview today and taking time to talk with me so everyone can get to know about the fabulous Kanesha. Kanesha, can you say one more time your website where people can find it?
Yeah. So check me out. The website is Bold Living Today, and you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, Kanesha Baynard Coaching, Kanesha Baynard on Twitter and Instagram. There's not a lot of Kanesha Baynard, so you could just Google me too.
Just Google her, everybody, okay? We'll have all the information on our website too. Thanks so much, Kanesha, for joining me today.
Thanks, Kari. Love you, girl.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.